guys, what's going on? It's Rod here with Breeder Fit, coming to you today with some more breeding tips to help you become successful for your next breeding. Today we're going to talk about the tools that you need to successfully AI your female. Now, these tips will work on other breeds. I specialize in breeding exotic French Bulldogs, but whether you have an English Bulldog, a Bully, some of the larger breeds, if you guys are AIing, these tips are pretty much standard. This is our girl Rosie here. She typically, anytime I get on a video, she sits and scratches at my legs, so normally I kind of bring her up here so you guys can check her out. So anyway, so today we're going to talk about all the tools that I use to do successful AIs on my females. Now, when I first got into breeding French Bulldogs, I was constantly always looking for information, and I really couldn't find a lot in one place. And a lot of breeders didn't really want to give up very much information. So after countless hours of doing it and like failing and doing things wrong, like I've kind of come up with like a system and all the right tools that if you're just getting into breeding or you're thinking about it, like you're going to be successful right from the beginning. So everything that I'm going to show you here, we have all on our website at breederfit.com. And then I'm also going to give you some tips where you can go get it at other places if you didn't want to get it from us. So without further ado, we're going to show you kind of what we use and what we've been successful with and what I think can help you in your program. So first thing, I call this my little love box. Got this box from Walmart where I keep all of my AI stuff in, so that way that I'm ready and I don't have to go around looking for it. And then another thing that we always keep handy, paper towel. Got to stay clean with it. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and show you kind of what we have and what we use and why and how we use it. So first thing is that we always wear gloves. I like to make sure that I'm very clean before I do anything with my female. I don't want to risk infection with her or creating any other problems, right? So we always kind of wear our gloves with everything. That's one. Next thing, one of the most important things is your AI rod and syringe. So this is two parts. And again, like I said, everything that I'm showing you here, we have on our website to make it easy for you to be able to just, boom, go pick it up, be all set and ready to go. We're not trying to get rich off of selling any of these products. Man, I'm making a couple bucks on things. So you can buy them from us, or if you feel comfortable going somewhere else, more power to it. I am here for a source of knowledge and information for you guys. So whether you buy from us or not, it's no big deal. I just want to be able to be an option that you can kind of come to if you're looking for stuff. So anyway, so our AI rods, they're 10 inches, which you can use these on larger breeds or smaller breed dogs. I like to curve my AI rod, so it makes it easier to insert it into the female. And then this is a 10 milliliter syringe. Typically only takes about 2 milliliters of semen to try to make sure you can get your female pregnant. So the AI rod and the syringe, we got the tube of lube. So we use this lube to put on our AI rod to make sure it makes it easier to insert it inside the female. And then also we lube her up before we get ready to put the AI rod in. So gotta have the lube. You can get lube from us, or you can use coconut oil, Vaseline, or other lubes. You just want to make sure the lube that you use is a non-spermicidal lube. You don't want to use anything that has spermicides and things like that that can potentially kill the semen and waste your complete breeding. So we use alcohol prep pads. We clean everything before we do it. Everything is clean. Like we usually either have paper towels or fresh towels out, so that way there's no dirt contamination. Everything is very, very clean. You want to make sure that everything that you're doing, you're very clean with it from the beginning to the end to make sure that you don't cause any issues doing this yourself. So you can use these alcohol prep pads, or if you got a bottle of alcohol at home, like we use like the 90% alcohol paper towel, clean it all up, bada boom, bada bing, you're good. So here is our AI collection bags. So we use these bags to collect the semen from our studs. So I have two options here. We have that, and then we got the old school Ziploc boys. Sometimes you might get a stud that's really rambunctious, especially if you're collecting from them the first time, where it becomes a little harder to hold that smaller AI bag. So I'll go old school with the Ziploc. The key is you don't want to drop a drop, especially like the beginning semen, because that's going to be the most quality semen that you're going to get. So I try to make sure that I'm ready for whatever it is that I may encounter with my stud. Okay. The next thing is, this is a funny one right here. This is a butt plug, right? So there's a little funny story on this. I was deciding that like I needed, okay, so here's why you need a butt plug. Or, I mean, you really don't, but this is why I bought it. So after you do your AI on your female, you typically have to leave your finger inserted into the female's vagina to make sure that none of the semen comes out, at least for the first 10 to 15 minutes. And so I don't like sticking my finger in there or holding it in there for a long period of time. So what I bought was these butt plugs to put into the female. So while I hold her bottom up so the semen continues to drop down and her body pulls it, that like I don't have to stick my finger in there. So I bought these butt plugs to use that, and it has actually worked out very well for me. I haven't missed a breeding. I haven't missed anything yet or lost anything. So I highly recommend these. These are on our website. Or if you don't want to get them from there, you can go get them from like one of those adult sex stores. They have them there. So the funny story with these guys is I walked into a Lover's Lane to go buy these. Because my female was ovulating. She was at like a 10 and I didn't have a whole lot of time. Amazon wanted a couple days to get them to me. So I'm like, screw it, I'll go into a store. Walked into a store, a lady walks up to me and says, hey, how can I help you today? I said, hey, I'm looking for butt plugs. She says, okay, sir, well, what kind do you like? And I'm like, oh, no, they're not for me, they're for my dog. Not thinking that like she wasn't a breeder and she wouldn't understand. And like her face was filled with so much disgust. And I could see that from her eyes, even though like we're during COVID times when we had masks on. I never felt so low. Like, I tried to explain to her, I'm like, no, I'm a breeder. She's like, well, sir, listen, there's no need to explain to. And like, she didn't really seem that really nice about it. She seemed disgusted as she was explaining it to me. She's like, sir, like, we don't care. You know, just here's the section. I'll be at the register. Anyway, didn't know what size I need, so I bought it in an assortment pack, which we have on our website, just to make sure you get the proper fit for your female. But I highly recommend these for like making sure that you keep the semen in and you don't have to leave your finger in there. So anyway, so yeah, that was my butt plug story with the dogs. So we have these, and that's typically all that you're gonna need for your AIing. So if you follow my channel, you'll see like we got videos where I show you how to collect. I show you how to do the AI insemination. I show you all of it. So if you have any questions, feel free to give me a call at 248-943-7179. I usually always answer my phone, but if I don't, just shoot me a text message and I'll try to respond back to you. Or if you just want to shoot an email over, you can shoot it over to office@breederfit.com. I'm constantly checking it. And I like to become a source to help you to make sure that you're successful in your next breeding and you don't have to wonder what's going to work for you. So if you like this video, subscribe to the channel. And I got a lot of other videos that we're putting up about whelping boxes, all of these other things, the trials and tribulations that I've kind of went through to get to where I'm at now in our breeding program. So listen, I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks, and have fun.